Spoit is a professional Siege player and one of the best mechanically gifted players in this game. So in today's video, I'm going to be VOD reviewing him from a video on his stream to see if he really is worth the hype. Let's get into it. Okay, so what's going on right now is he's playing on Bank. He's going to end up switching to Mira for the basement site, and we're going to break down exactly what goes on here. Oh, copyrighted music. Let's skip that. So I think what they're doing right now is a bunker strat. Yeah, he switched to Mira. That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Usually you want to put a rotate on the other side, by the way. There we go. That's the default Mira spot. So yeah, they're talking about the strat as they're doing it, and he has a stack. So like, this is a perfect example of like why you should be stacking in this game. Because if you're stacking, you get those communication points that I was talking about in many of my other videos, right? Now they have a default strat. They know what they're holding, what they're taking, what they're not going to give up, what they're going to give up. You know, how to set up the site, which can really help you in a lot of these rounds. Second Mira is going right there. That's pretty default to watch Garage, just for some general information. These holes here are good for pressure. He's holding Tunnel. This is good because his Legion's AFK, and the Goyle is still setting up, so having somebody watching this is really, really good. So right here, I like that he's putting a small rotate right here. A lot of people do not do that. You should start doing it. It's very, very nice. Gives you a little bit more flexibility if you want to go to the bomb site.
Why are we hitting a turtle against people that are not even entering the map?
So he hears them getting hatches above, so now he's getting aggro on the staircase. I like this. This is good. He's not getting too aggro because he has man count in his favor, right? It's a 4v4, but he's getting an aggressive angle that he's easily able to back off of because as you can see right here, it's a tight angle, right? So he hears them getting hatches. He's using that information to get a very good angle. I like this. This is a good adaptation. This is great. Let's see if it gets him a kill. Yep, gets him a kill. So now he should just back off. He got his pick. If you're ever up in man count on defense like he is, like right, it's 4v3, play passive. You can get off the angle. Even in general, if you're up in man count, down in man count, it doesn't really matter. If you get a kill, reposition. Hands down. Because then if you get a kill, someone's going to call out, hey, he's right here. And then you're going to get pre-fired, which is what just happened to him. Luckily, they didn't get the shot, but he repositioned after he got the kill so that the information is no longer accurate and he doesn't get pre-fired. So again, good game sense on his part. He's not just an aimer, okay? He actually has some good game sense. He has some good game sense.
One main stairs.
Holding an off angle there is very good as well. And again, these are very passive angles because he's up in man count. You want to be holding passive angles, not aggressive ones when you're up in man count because they have to come to you. You know, you can chill out. Time is on your side here. So he's holding a passive angle because they can't peek him from this side of the hatch or this side of the hatch. They can only swing from this side and this side. So now they're only able to see him once they drop the hatch, which is why this is such a good angle, right? He's not exposing himself, but he's still able to take the gunfight if he needs to. I think he's swinging out a little bit just to leave. Yep. He knows that vault hatch is open, so all 4 of the hatches are open. So as long as each one of his teammates are watching a hatch, which is what's going on right now, he'll be all right.
He's so far back.
Which hatch? Where is he?
50 HP.
Constantly asking for information too. Like one of his teammates died, he said, where is he? Right, to get the information. So now he knows, okay, there's 2 people here. There's 1 person over here. Now I know there's no reason for me to hold the elevator hatch. Now he's going to go hold his Mira, right? And that's what he does. Exactly. Perfect. He also takes a mental note that his Mira right here is broken for Garage. So he's also, you know, peeking it a little bit to see if anybody's there, which is good. What I'd start doing is I'd pop one of these Goyos here because each one's going to waste about like, what, 20 seconds? So if you can pop 1 to 2 of them, you'll waste a bunch of time and then you can pop the other ones and then you have a nitro cell. So now you essentially make it to where they can't plant, which is really good. And because you lit that side on fire, now you don't have to watch it and you can just watch this side and now you have all of your angles covered, right? So that's what I'd do. If he had Goyo'd that, there wouldn't be an issue.
Backstab and 2 are gonna go server. I'm not too sure though.
Yeah.
Running elevator right now. Trying elevator. Trying on PCs.
What the fuck?
If he had Goyo'd that, there wouldn't be an issue. And now he died for it, right? If he had Goyo'd that earlier, she wouldn't have been able to just walk in right that. That was kind of dumb. But I think why he was doing that is because he wanted to get a kill because he's streaming ranked. He's obviously not going to take it that seriously. And that's a thing that you'll notice throughout this VOD specifically is like, he knows he's better than the enemy team. It's playing ranked. He's not taking it all that seriously, right? So I think that was just one of those mistakes where it's like he's not taking it seriously. He's not going to use utility. He just wants to go for the kill for the TikTok clip. It is what it is. I'm not going to judge him too hard for it because of that reason.
I'm fucking trolling.
You are trolling. That is true.
I'm trolling.
Red pinging for his team. Nice. Good round. I think we can expect a little bit better from Spoit though. So let's go to the next round where he actually does do really, really well. So now he's on Frost for top floor. He's making rotates with a shotgun. I like this. He misses the drone. That's insane. So I like this shield right here. This is actually standard in higher elo where you'll put a shield here to watch the janitor hall and then you'll reinforce the middle stock wall so they can't shoot you from the windows. So this is pretty good. This is standard stuff for higher elo. Again, showing good game sense, right? He reinforces the stock wall for cover. Not bad. Reinforces the middle one like I said earlier, yep. And then if he puts feet holes to his left, he can watch his frost mats as well. I don't think he's going to do that though. But he puts a frost mat on the window. Oh, okay, never mind. He did end up doing that. Reinforces this, that's good. It sucks that he doesn't have a second reinforcement, but that is what it is. I want to see where he puts this other mat as well, because he's just pocketing it. I noticed that a lot with Spoit is he'll just pocket utility if he's playing certain operators, which is really, really bad. But again, it's ranked. I don't think he's taking it too seriously, but still, that's something you should definitely stop doing. Like, that's not good. Even if it means you just double up 2 frost mats on one of those windows, you know what I mean? Just do that instead. But don't pocket it. Free kill. Oh, he sees another guy. Oh, wow. Oh, that's just so free. That's just so free. So we know one's ATMs. We know one's on repel. So he's going to go pressure the ATM skids on the ATM single. He's dead. He knows last one's repel, so just aim at the repel. He sees the line of repel. Wow. Good pre-fire. Good pre-fire. Good pre-fire. That was a good round by Spoit. Could he have managed aggression a little bit better? Right. Sure. Right. But it's ranked. It's Spoit. I don't think he really gives a fuck. But in terms of, like, game sense, I can tell he does have good game sense because of the way that he's setting up sight and the way that he's positioning himself, even in those scenarios where he's not necessarily taking it as seriously as he should. So far, do I think he's worth the hype? Absolutely. But you're going to notice throughout this stream that it doesn't go that well every single round, so let's skip to the next one, Dan, and see what happens. So now he's playing Wamai in open area, which is pretty nice. There's usually a lot of Gone 6s in utility coming out to counter the castle, which he does have, so playing Wamai is good. That's a good Wamai disc, again, because there's a lot of utility that goes through that window. Reinforcing the quad wall is good here. He's in the basement right now, which is not bad. A lot of people will kind of, like, go through the basement of garage right here, so that's, like, not a bad strat to hold basement. It seems like he's rotating, though. So, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What the fuck, bro? No, that's crazy. I hope his mods ban that kid. That is insane. I'm not trying to get, like, Spoit canceled or anything, because that's not his fault, but that is an insane chat. What the fuck? I do not condone that, but that is insane. That's weird. Anyways, back into it. This castle setup is actually pretty standard usually for this bomb site. I like how he's kind of pre-firing this just to get information, maybe get a free kill, right? And he's behind a pillar that's close to him, so it's not like he's going to get pre-fired back. He put one of my discs pretty much all around the site in front of the castles, so if they tried to break open the castles with any explosives from a range, they couldn't do so. So far he's playing pretty well. He's using the ACOG through long angles right now, which is how you use an ACOG, which is pretty good. Does he get the free kill? I don't think so. I would stop peeking this. They're going to pre-fire you. Oh, well, I got the assist. He's dead now. Nice. He repositions now so he doesn't get pre-fired. And now he's just kind of running around. He's checking his skylight, which is good. I've died to that so many times. So him checking that is good. He knows his one top square, so this angle is good to get on. He needs to go back to site, though. He only has one teammate on site. Yeah, go back to site. Go back to site. What I love about Spoit specifically, especially when it comes to, like, rank stacks, I've auto-reviewed a bunch of people before. He actually gives good comms, and he asks for comms back, which is pretty good. And the reason that it can seem like somebody has really, really good aim is because they're acting off of information. So, like, that frost round last round, for example, that wasn't even like Spoit is really, really good. It was just they weren't looking at him. But he was there because he had the comms and the information to know that they were there, so he outpositioned them and outplayed them. A lot of these people that you think have really, really good aim don't have really good aim. They just have really, really good game sense and really good communication that makes it look like they're getting freer gunfights than you. So I'm not saying Spoit is bad aim, but that's something that really, really helps him in gunfights is he constantly catches people off guard because he has good game sense and he has good communication that he can act off of. I like that he breaks his castle because he knows for a fact nobody is outside this window right now, and because he doesn't want to have to worry about it later, he re-barricades it here, which isn't terrible. But again, because you're in a 3v4, I get a little aggressive here. They have a lot of time to, you know, drone you, outposition you, swarm you on the bomb site, so getting a little aggressive until you even that man count out would actually be pretty beneficial to you. Again, holding these long angles with the ACOG, though, is not a bad idea. Creating angles as well, that's something I noticed Spoit does a lot, is he creates angles mid-round that they didn't know existed before to catch people off guard. Again, something I talked about earlier. He catches people off guard a lot, which gets him a lot more advantageous gunfights. So that's something that you should definitely start doing. So now I'm assuming he's going to hold this angle, right? Okay, now it's a 3v3. Now just play passive. Hold angles like this, where they're passive enough to where you're not going to get pre-fired, but they're aggressive enough to where you can still net a kill, right? This is a good angle to hold. Holds the door. He gets droned out of this position, so he needs to reposition. If his smoke dies here, he's throwing. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's insane.
Bro, no.
Okay, 1v3, get aggressive as hell here because you need to isolate those 1v1s. But here's the thing, get aggressive, but don't get so aggressive that you're in a position where you expose yourself to multiple people and you can't isolate those 1v1s. So let's see how he handles it. Usually he's good at clutching, so let's see how he handles it. So you know one's top square, you know one is in archives. So those are two 1v1s that you can isolate easily. So he's using natural cover, like the chairs, like the desks here, like the tables, so that he isn't exposed to two angles at once, so he can isolate this 1v1s. That's good. That window being barricaded is also good. It allows him to peek the left without having to worry about his right, which is what he's doing. So I would honestly, I would swing the kid square here. The guy archives is not going to peek you. He doesn't even have a correct rotate to do it. So you got to swing off that information. You have to swing there. He's being way too passive. He gets the kill. Good swing, good swing, good swing. This is a bad position here. He can shoot your shoulders and you can't see him. I would have proned behind the couch and held the hole to your left. See what I mean? He was behind the pillar. He still got shot in the shoulders and he wasn't able to fight back. That's a terrible position. But other than that, like, not actually that bad. He knew how to isolate the 1v1s. His positioning was good. He created new angles. So, like, he's actually, like, not a bad player. Like, take the mechanics out of the equation. Just on a gameplay and game sense basis, he's actually, like, an above-average player. So there's something that I, like, kind of want to commend him for. Most people just look at him as a really good gunner, but he's more than that. I do believe that. He's more than just a gunner. He does have good game sense. The only thing that I found throughout watching this VOD and other VODs in his YouTube channel over years is that he does lack positioning. But this is something that I talked about in my Bolo VOD review as well. He lacks positioning, and so does Bolo, because they're playing ranked. If they were playing comp like they usually do, their positioning would be A1, so were their callouts. But they're playing ranked, they don't really care. They're just wide-swinging stuff, holding weird angles, proning mid-gunfight because they want to get cool clips. It is what it is. I'm not going to say he's a worse player for it, because he's not. He's not really trying. It is ranked. But that is really the only thing that I can't harp on him for, especially in this specific example. So let's move on to the next round, where hopefully he can clean it up just a little bit more on the attacking side. So right now he's going glass for the basement site. Actually, not a bad idea. You bring the smoke grenades that you can use for the plant. You can hold the long angle from the mirror. So this is actually not bad. This is one of those like few cases where you can properly use glass. I like that he's droning for his Osa right now. Constant red pings are okay here. I like this idea. He's taking the gunfight instead of forcing his thermite to do it. He's holding the angle before the smoke detonates. That's huge. A lot of people will wait for the smoke to detonate and then ADS, but because of the reduced ADS time, sometimes the defender will just swing before the smoke goes off and you'll die. So he's holding the angle before the smoke gets detonated. That way, even if the guy does swing, he'll be ready for it, right? So good on him. Now he keeps holding the angle. Not only does that make it to where you won't get swung and die as easily, but if you're holding the angle before the smoke detonates, it makes it to where Glaz's scope is able to adjust for the thermal vision a bit quicker, because you have to be standing still and holding an angle for the thermal vision to activate. So making sure that you're like cutting the amount of time that it takes for you to do that by ADSing before the smoke explodes is really good as a Glaz player and even as a Warden player as well. Yeah, if I were him, I'd be ignoring the Echo Drone right now and trying to shoot the player, because if you get Echo Stunned, chances are the player is going to swing off of that Echo Stun and kill you. So I like that he's not shooting the Echo Drone even though it was called out and he's waiting for the swing. That's very good. He hears one's left side of server, but he gets pre-fired from his right. So he hears that Goyo is top service desk, so he knows that Goyo backed up, which is why he's redroning here. Amazing game sense, by the way. People talk about giving callouts a lot, but a lot of people don't talk about the fact that you need to be listening to callouts better, which I know is a really dumb tip to some people, but a lot of people do not listen to callouts, trust me. And it's something that Spoit does pretty well. He should be swinging a lot of thermite. So he ran back to site, Echo ping, get there, get that shit. Good comms, right? He's giving good comms. I want to see him get off that drone now and start actually holding angles. That's the entire purpose of the strat. I hope he gets off the drone here. Someone said, can we put a cam top square? So that's different. He's providing a camera since it's already on it, so that's fine. But he needs to get off his drone soon here and actually do the strat, which is holding the angles. He's checking top square. That's good. Okay, now he's getting off the drone. Good. He's waiting for the thermite to explode to throw his smoke grenade so it gets the most amount of time here, which is good. Again, pre-aiming before the smoke detonates. That was a free kill if he had better crosshair placement. It's okay, though. That was very, very good. He heard he's close to the bomb swinging, so he holds the bomb, kills the player, right? Again, he's listening to callouts. I know I preach this often, but there are people that you watch on Twitch that are terrible at listening to callouts. Good example, Jinxie. He sucks at listening to callouts. He's good at giving callouts, but he sucks at listening to them, right? Spoit, on the other hand, is actually really good at perceiving callouts. So that's something I want to commend him for, because that just got him a free kill, right? Let's continue. No Jinxie slander, by the way. None at all. That's like commonly an issue that he faces. One thing I don't like, though, is he has a white crosshair, which is terrible for spawn picking on maps like Coastline. You're not going to see anybody with that crosshair, so that's really bad. But on a darker map like this, it might be a little bit better. He knows last guy's behind the mirror, so he's just holding angles. This is good.
yeah.
And he wins a round. Very, very good on Spoit there. The amount of communication he was giving, even as an entry player, is something that is really, really good. He knew that the Thermite and the Osa, the two support players that should have been droning, weren't droning, and he was already on a drone, so he kind of flexed and took that role and droned himself, which is great. He's very, very good at perceiving what needs to be done. He's very good at finding openings and communicating with his team. So let's see if he can get the final round to wrap out this game and prove that he actually is worth the hype. So right now the bomb site is basement, and he's playing Hibana, so I want to see him getting hatches here and droning himself in and droning his entries in, so let's see if he does that. They have a cutoff drone in here, which I think is why he felt safe enough to walk into ATMs, but now he's droning, like I said, that's good. Opening those hatches. I think they're going to go for a vault drop here, maybe? Pre-aiming for the double window.
I'm playing really late, I guess.
This double window right here, he's pre-aimed for it. Let's see if he gets a kill. He doesn't, that's fine. The pre-aim there is still really, really good, though. That's something that y'all should start doing if you drop the vault hatch.
I have no idea.
He's watching flank cams. When you have all teammates alive, chances are, especially in a solo queue environment, your teammates are not going to watch those cams. And if you're a support player, you need to be the one watching those cams. So he's watching the flank cam, which is very good. His teammate's dead, though. They're starting to execute on the bomb site, so he got off the flank cam so his teammate could watch it. That's good. That's a free kill. He has info. He should have swung off of it. He saw another kid. Gets that free kill. He knows one's on his left and one's on his right. If he's able to use flash grenades, he can take control of red hallway and get those kills for free, or be more passive and wait for somebody to get the kills for him.
One more server, one more CC. One red, one lockers and CC, lockers and CC.
He's giving good comms right now. He's giving good comms.
Locker. Let's get gold, let's get gold.
Let's get gold. Good comms. Stay on the flank cam. Good. He's on the flank cam. We like it. We like to see it. He's trying to get information. A lot of people don't get on flank cams. He did. That was very, very good. And I think that's the game, right? That's 4-1. Yeah, that was the game. And as you can see, Spoit top of the leaderboard. So is Spoit worth the hype? Absolutely. 4-1 top of the leaderboard. He did his job very well. He got the entry picks. He got the roaming picks. And best of all, he's very, very good mechanically as a player, but also he's very, very good game sense wise, which I think is something that is very underrated about Spoit as a player and how people perceive him. He's very good at giving information and receiving information, and not only that, but I think he's a very good flex player because he's very good at adapting to the situation at hand, which is something that I absolutely commend him for. I think Spoit, even without his aim, would be a phenomenal player because of the reasons that I just outlined. So if you don't like Spoit, you should definitely check him out on Twitch, on YouTube, whatever it may be. But with that out of the way, my name's Alka. Check out this next video, and I hope I'll see you there. Later.